Spinal adjustments provided by Dr. Chad Rolfson. The Spinal Tuning Chiropractic Center is a Des Moines area low flat fee per month unlimited chiropractic care practice. When life happens, just adjust. Schedule today at spinaltuning.com.
Here's the Daily Plan for Thursday, August 13th, 2020. I'm Jimmy Olsen. Matthew McConaughey says that the bright side of the quarantine is all the extra time he's spending with his family. And because of that, quote, my mental health and family life are improving. David Blaine going to pull a Curious George. For his next stunt, he will attempt to fly over New York City holding a bunch of helium balloons. It will air on YouTube on August 31st. There's a new arena in England that bills itself as the world's first socially distant concert venue. Groups are separated in their own sectioned-off pods with several feet in between. They held a show there on Tuesday, and it seemed to work quite well. Luke Bryan credits Keith Urban for teaching him how to smell good. The trick is to spray a bunch of cologne in the air and then run through it. He admits, though, Keith does smell better than him. The Country Music Hall of Fame has announced 3 new members. They are Hank Williams Jr., Marty Stewart, and songwriter Dean Dillon. Now, what are the most popular songs named after every country? Well, they come in at number 1 with Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, The Shins, Australia, Walk Like an Egyptian, The Bangles, Sierra Leone, Frank Ocean, Madagascar, Guns N' Roses, Holiday in Cambodia, The Dead Kennedys, Lost in Japan, Shawn Mendes, Russian Roulette, Rihanna, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina, Madonna, and Panama from Van Halen to round out the top 10. Lindsay Ell's new album, Heart Theory, drops tomorrow, and she's giving it a push today by doing a 24-hour live stream on her Instagram. It'll feature performances with special guests and other surprises. Check out her website for details. Dolly Parton will be releasing a Christmas album October 2nd, and it has the perfect title. It's called A Holly Dolly Christmas, featuring Willie Nelson, Michael Bublé, Jimmy Fallon, Miley Cyrus, and Billy Ray Cyrus. Dennis Quaid, he adopted a cat. The name of the cat? Dennis Quaid. In golf, the Masters will go in Augusta from November 9th to the 15th, but without patrons or guests. According to the NCAA, there will be March Madness 2021. Random facts for your Thursday. The first Christmas card was published and sold in 1843, the same year as Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. In China, some cops prefer guard geese over guard dogs because geese are more territorial and have better eyesight. The word anorexia just means loss of appetite. Anorexia nervosa is the correct name of the eating disorder. New York City has a larger population than 38 states. The first non-white player in the NBA was Asian. He was a Japanese-American named Wataru Misaka, and he played in 3 games for the New York Knicks in the 1947-48 season. What are the top costumes for Halloween for 2020? It looks like horror movie characters come in at number 1. People might also be looking for costumes that incorporate masks like Michael Myers. Number 2, video game characters. They're looking for Fortnite, Halo, and Super Mario. Everyday heroes, including doctors, nurses, and police officers. Characters from Frozen, still popular among the kids. Tiger King costumes, Wonder Woman characters, Harley Quinn, and others from Birds of Prey. Skeletons, other undead costumes like zombies, vampires, and Day of the Dead outfits. And politicians or anything else election-related. Dunkin' Donuts announced that they are rolling out their pumpkin lineup next Wednesday. It includes pumpkin spice latte, apple cider donuts, and more. Starbucks is still holding firm and will not be releasing their pumpkin spice until later. Yeah, more like the end of the month. Today is International Left-Handers Day. Maple cream Oreos are going to be back on the shelves this fall. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday. You are sharing your birthday with Lennon Stella, who is 21. Also, DeMarcus Cousins, 30. Sebastian Stan, 38. Andy Griggs, 47. John Slattery, 58. Danny Bonaduce is 61. Kevin Tithe is 76. Jocelyn Elders is 87. It was on this date in 1521 that Spanish conquistador Hernando Cortez captured what is now known as Mexico City from the Aztecs. In 1914, genius Carl Wickman began using his beat-up gray car, which no one would buy, to take miners from their homes to mines in Minnesota. His taxi service took off, and he was soon able to buy more cars to service the mine workers. His little business is now known as Greyhound Bus Corporation. In 1919, the greatest racehorse of all time, Man O' War, lost a race for the first time and only time. He was upset by a horse named Upset. Man O' War went on to win 1,300 races and after fathering 379 baby racehorses. In 1961, East German soldiers sealed the border between East and West Berlin to stop East Berlin citizens from using West Berlin as an escape route to flee communism. In the middle of the night, while everyone was sleeping, they tore up the streets and laid barbed wire and fences. 2 days later, they began pouring concrete to make the barrier that became known as the Berlin Wall. It was on this date, 1973, Lynyrd Skynyrd released their self-titled debut album, which featured Gimme 3 Steps, Simple Man, and Freebird. This date, 1982, Fast Times at Ridgemont High was released. Sean Penn was Jeff Spicoli. It was on this date, 1997, that Matt Stone and Trey Parker's animated brilliant South Park debuted. In 2008, Michael Phelps became the winningest Olympic athlete of all time when he took home his 10th and 11th gold medals at the Beijing Olympics. He went 8 for 8 and broke almost every swimming-related medal record in the book. By the time he retired, he had earned 23 gold medals. And that's the Daily Planet for Thursday, August 13th, 2020. I'm Jimmy Olsen. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast and many more. You can find it on Google Play, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and where you listen to your favorite podcasts. You can also find these stories and many more by following me on social media. That's on Facebook and Twitter at MyBuddyJimmy. You can also subscribe to my YouTube page, which is MyBuddyJimmy101.